OK, now let's get to the nub of this show, which is all about these protests are taking place in London today against the prescription of Palestine Action. It's taking place in central London, bearing in mind just 48 hours after we saw that horrific terror attack in Manchester. I honestly, personally don't know how they can do it, but that's where we are. Now, Defend Our Juries, the group behind the gathering, said cancelling the demonstration would let terror win. But the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, has called on the 1,500 plus people expected to attend to respect the grief of British Jews, adding it's not a time or to stoke tension and cause further pain. Could have stopped it, of course, but hey. In any case, joining us now live from the pro-Palestine protest is GB News reporter Dougie Beattie on the ground for us. He does a sterling job with this. Dougie, how's it going? What's happening?
Well, Dawn, there is a protest here. It must be said it's much smaller than the last one that I covered in Parliament Square, and thankfully not as many young people who may get arrested under terrorism acts, so that seems to have sank in. But there is the usual suspects here. I mean, these are people of a certain age, certain side of the community that always seem to come out to these protests, and they really are putting themselves in trouble's way, actually, of being arrested and facing terrorism charges, which is quite bizarre. Sir, do you want to speak to us? Why are you here?
What?
Okay, you don't want to speak to us. You're here to protest. You don't want to hear your protest about.
I think we're worried about how the media will treat us, yeah.
But the media is only asking why you're here. I'm only asking why you're here, sir. Oh, you can see there, Don. They want to cause disruption, obviously, in the middle of London, and don't want to talk to us about why they're actually here, which is very, very strange. But as you can see from their signs, they support Palestine Action Group, which means that they will be arrested. The snatch squads are just sitting to the left-hand side of myself at the moment. There's a yellow gate up there. You can see just off in the distance behind us, Don, that the wagons for arrest are already lined up there. And you've got to ask yourself today, will the government actually put a lot of arrests in place? Because they didn't want this parade to go, or this protest to go ahead in the first place, because of what has happened during the week, that very sad incident at a synagogue in Manchester. So we will try throughout the programme to talk to more people, to ask them the questions. I have spoke to one or two earlier on and asked them, with these peace deals that's going ahead, would they not be better forgetting about this? And of course that it is Hamas that is really holding their own people to hostage by not giving up weapons, etc. So we will try, on the behalf of the viewers, to get more reaction to this. But if they don't want to talk to us, there is nothing we can do about that.
It is a bit weird, Dougie. I mean, you've covered these things, for nearly as many years as I have. We're both quite old. I mean, but Dougie, it's a bit strange. You are on a protest to make your voices heard, but you're not talking to anyone.
Well, the whole point about it is they see us as some sort of right side, but as a journalist I'm here to report all the facts, and I only want to know why they're here and what they think of what happened during the week. And of course I'm giving them the opportunity to come on camera and say something, but they obviously do not want to be challenged in that.
It's very strange. And the question, if you do get anyone to talk to you, Dougie, and this is not just, I don't think this is just GB News, I think it's everybody they're not talking to be honest with you. But, Dougie, if you do get to talk to anyone...
Let's just try somebody else. Hold on.
Go on.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you here?
I'm here to support these people who are standing up for the right of free speech in this country.
Excuse me, I think he's far right, just be careful.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. I'm asking you to put your opinion across. Why are you here?
I'm here because I oppose the genocide.
But do you not see at this moment in time there is a peace deal in place? Hamas are refusing to give the weapons up. That could hold things a little bit. Would you now not say that Hamas are holding their own people hostage?
No.
So you're in favour of Hamas holding on their weapons?
I'm not in favour of the peace deal as it stands. I don't believe Tony Blair is the right and fit and proper person.
But you will have an international government looking after the affairs of Palestine.
An international government. That's Trump and Tony Blair. No, thank you.
So you don't want the peace deal to go ahead?
Not as it stands. That's a surrender deal.
But you realise that Hamas are holding their own people hostage?
No, they're not. They were voted. They're an elected government, aren't they? there was a democratic vote.
That's your opinion, sir. I give you a chance to view that opinion or to hear that opinion. So there you go. That is basically what people are saying here. They don't want the peace deal, and they want things to go ahead as they are. Well, you can see behind us, Don, the police going in to make further arrests. In fact, they're just about to make one as we speak. They will carry them out and they will be charged under the Terrorism Act because, of course, they are supporting a prescribed terrorist organisation. That will lay heavy on them, on their criminal records, etc. But most of the people here, this guy here is the exception to the rule. Most of the people are in their late 60s, middle class. Loads of them have told me that they formerly were with Greenpeace, etc. And they refused to talk to me on camera. But any conversations I am having with them, Don, they're saying things like, we should stop supplying arms to Israel. And it really gets me. I mean, just get that sign behind us, George, you can see it, stop arming Israel. They have no idea how the capitalist world works. And in fact, we would probably get more technology and information off Israel than we sell to Israel. In fact, the European system that they've just bought to take down drones to protect Europe is Israeli technology at the birth of that program. So it is very, very strange that these people here do not understand how the world works, and they do not want to speak to us to put their point across because they're afraid they may be challenged on some of those points. But really, things have been pretty peaceful here at the moment. There is a couple of helicopters overhead, but a huge police presence here, making arrests, probably in around 40 or 50 arrests already. And this is putting huge, huge stress on the Metropolitan Police here in London. And, you know, if you take it that the UK first parade that was here a couple of weeks ago, the 13th of September, I think, in total there was 28 arrests. So far, we're up near 40 or 50 arrests, and they will all have to be processed, and that will cost an awful amount of money. I'll actually try and see, does anybody want to talk to me again? Sir, why are you here?
Just checking it out, having a look, seeing what's going on. I do want to ask you about what you were saying that you couldn't talk to anyone, but I haven't actually seen you try to talk to anyone.
Oh, yeah. Quite a few. Do you support what they're doing here?
It's not really about supporting what people are doing. You're here for your own reasons. So I think what you were trying to look at is look for divisions and look to blame people.
No, I'm looking to understand what people are thinking of why they're here.
It doesn't really matter, they're all here for their own reasons, right? But I think what you're trying to do is look for things to blame these people for, to make them look stupid, to power your own agenda.
No, definitely not. I'm here as a reporter to find out, and if they won't talk to me, if they don't want to talk to us, you know, there's nothing more than I can assume.
But the thing is, you're focusing a lot on, people don't want to talk to us.
Yes.
But you could just try and open a dialogue and talk, but you're more interested in saying, no one wants to talk to us, because that's more exciting for you.
Well, why are you here, sir?
I'm here just to listen and look and hear what people have to say. That's
exactly what we are here for, but they won't speak to us.
But you spend a lot of time to the camera saying, no one wants to talk to us, because it serves your agenda.
I just asked you why you're here, and you said...
I just said, I'm here to listen to people.
And I've asked you, do you support it?
But that's not really support what? Support who?
Well, exactly what you're here to see. You see, you're talking around in circles.
I'm not talking around in circles. You're saying the same thing because you're trying to find an angle to make me look stupid.
No, I am not. I am genuinely asking you, do you support what is going on here?
What is going on here? What exactly?
Well, they want the right to protest,
Okay,
and
support that.
And they obviously want to stop what they see as genocide in Israel.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So you support it?
Yeah, but it seems like you're trying to get something out of that. Do you understand what I mean? You've got.
I'm trying to get an answer.
Yeah, I've just given you an answer. So, do you understand what I mean?
No, sir. I'm asking you, do you support what they are doing here? And
of course, it's their right to protest.
Yes, and do you support the fact that they're putting serious stress on the Metropolitan Police making these arrests?
Come on now, there's a reason why they're doing that. It's to make a point.
Okay, sir.
No. You're really trying hard to find a way to make myself and all the other supporters here look stupid. That is really your only reason for
No,
being
sir.
here.
We are here to
absolutely
report the facts of what is going on. And people
That's a fact, because I listened to what you were saying over there. You've got this one narrative that you're dying to push.
No, I'm asking the question, do you agree that we should stop arming Israel?
Yeah, of course.
And then do you then accept that if you stop doing that, all the information that the Israeli Secret Service, etc., are putting towards Britain will not come our way and put us in danger?
In danger of what?
Of attacks.
From?
It is.
See what I mean?
No, you're not seeing the point that is there. You're not seeing the point. No, I'm walking away because I have to come off the air. Don, that is the mentality of what is actually getting put towards us here, and it is quite clear that nobody wants to see the bigger picture of the capitalist world that we are living.
It's very interesting, Dougie. I mean, that chap you were talking to aside, that it does seem to be many older people there, and mainly white. I don't see many Muslim families there, and I certainly haven't seen any Jewish families there. As Peter Tatchell was saying, there would be Jewish families there as well supporting Palestine Action.
Well, honestly, Don, we have tried to interview loads and loads of people here, and this man's the only one that's come forward so far to really have a chat with us, and he wants to know, I want to know what he's protesting about, and does he support the protest? And does he understand the ramifications of what actually they are doing here? It's a quite simple question, but it doesn't seem to be taken up by the people that stand here. They have one view, they want to keep that view, and that's where they want to be.
And the chap you were just talking to, does he not have any concern about how the Jewish community in this family are in this country are feeling now about this protest going ahead? Literally 48 hours.
I will ask him that question. Are you not worried about the Jewish population here and how this will affect them, especially after what's happened?
Of course, but these are two completely different things. They're two completely separate things. Neither this has absolutely nothing to do with the attacks that happen or protection on the Jewish community.
You seriously don't believe that Palestinian flags and Hamas flags being set around London doesn't pick any.
Most people understand the fact that they're two completely separate things. It's only organisations like yours that are squashing them together and causing, that kind of argument.
It's just a fact, sir, that
it's not
one fuels the other.
Trying to get out of it. When the only people who say, a Palestinian flag is hurting the Jewish community are organisations like yourself.
No, the Jewish community is also fearful of it. We have interviewed many people inside the Jewish community that are fearful of it.
Community, without a doubt, you've got a fact that your voice is the voice of the entire Jewish community.
No, the Jewish community that have spoken to us, sir, as your community won't, have turned around and said that they are afraid and frightened of what is going on, and the amount of
hearsay, things that you're saying. You don't have solid facts.
We've already spoke to them.
But you don't have facts. You're presenting me with an argument. You have absolutely nothing to back it up with.
Well, Don, you can see that there is no link between this. They don't want to see a link between it. And with that, it's back to you.